All right, we're going to go to a live news conference now. Lieutenant Paul Vance
is on scene and begun their work. Honestly, the primary and first and foremost thing we've got to get done is the identification of all the deceased. We have preliminary IDs, but we have to do it legally by law, and we want to do it properly. We would expect that the lieutenant and I will be here first thing in the morning between 7 and 8 o'clock. And by that time, we're hoping to have positive identifications of all the deceased to provide you at that time. We will send you out a news release, a press release. If you're not on our email list, get it off the AP. And primarily, it's going to include all the details we've given you for all the briefings that we've given you during this evening. I see no need to keep you all here tonight. Do what you feel is correct, but we will do no more briefings tonight. I'm going to, again, defer till probably 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's what we're shooting for. All right, a couple quick questions, and I'll help. I'll try to answer them if I can. Is there anything anybody needs?
Injured victim, whether a man, woman, child?
It was a female. It was an employee of the school who was wounded, who was injured, and is doing well.
Wounded in the foot.
Definitely, yes. Yes.
Are all the bodies still inside the school?
I don't want to get into the details of it, but suffice it to say that the medical examiner has been on the scene with all the proper personnel, and they'll do what needs to be done. And again, primarily what we're looking at right now is the positive ID, so we can give some closure to people.
The complexity of this investigation, disregards, we're hearing that so many rounds were fired. I know you probably can't comment on that, but this is going to be a very painstaking process for you.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is the way we investigate major crimes, and for those of you that aren't here on a regular basis, it's a very meticulous process. We leave no stone unturned. We take as much time as we need. We use all the resources that we have available to us. We will do that in this case and then some. This is a case of extremely large magnitude, as you know, between Newtown and State Police and our federal partners that we'll utilize, and even some out-of-state partners will help us reach out of state if anything crosses the state borders. It's going to take a long time. We'll be processing this building, and I'm just speculating right now, but at least until Sunday.
Sir,
at least.
Have you given access to the bodies of the deceased children?
No.
How are you managing the identification?
We have a process in place, and that we're going to establish. We have a process established, I should say, in place that we're going to utilize to identify each individual.
Do you expect that to take, the identification will take you to tomorrow, or could that take you to Sunday?
We're cautiously optimistic that we can have positive IDs by tomorrow. That's the professionals that are telling us that, specifically the medical examiner and his team, our investigators, and working together, we're hoping to accomplish that.
And does that include the body at the other crime?
The families have been notified. The preliminary identification has been made, and through process of elimination, unfortunately, the families have been told. But again, we want to be absolutely positively sure, no doubt whatsoever.
We saw FBI on the scene earlier when it was
Yes.
crazy. What was their role, or is there still a role for them right now?
Well, certainly they're with us, working with us. There are federal partners here from FBI, ETF, all offering services and any specialization that they have, offering ability in case something crosses state lines. There's simply stated, everyone's come together in the law enforcement community. This is a massive investigation, so that many law enforcement agencies don't have to ever undertake. So we're certainly Newtown State Police working side by side and utilizing any resource that we may need, and we're very appreciative of all the help that we're getting.
Can you talk about the point that there's anyone
Yes.
but the perpetrator inside that is involved, any accomplice?
No, at this point in time, we're confident that we have the shooter in this incident.
Can you talk about the specific classroom? Was every child in that classroom now deceased?
I'd rather not do that, quite frankly. I've been a trooper a long time, and my lieutenant to my left has been in law enforcement a long time, and it's just something that serves no useful purpose. I'd rather not get into that. It's a horrific scene. Between our mutual experience, we've never seen anything like this. It's heart-wrenching for us as it is for the families, and I just would like to just leave that at
Did the shooter
there.
have a history with the school? Did he attend the school? What connections?
No, I think what we got to do, and it should be understood, we're looking at that. We're looking at all the history. We'll go backwards as far as we have to go in this investigation, and hopefully we'll stumble on answers, and we'll hopefully not develop many more questions. But we want to be able to build a process and build a story. And an investigation like this is like a puzzle. All right, we want to put this puzzle together and form a complete picture so that everyone, without any doubt whatsoever, can truly understand what occurred. So, what I'd like to say is that we'll come back tomorrow in the morning, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning, to let you know how we progressed overnight. As we prepare the list of positive identifications, I want to do one list. I don't want to do a piecemeal. I don't want to do a couple here, a couple there. I want to do one final list. The minute that's done, we'll be here with it, and we'll also post it on our website so that it's available to everybody. All right.
How proud
What's
are
your
you,
timeline for the other crime scene?
and Lieutenant, of your officers with this situation, the way they were able to get those kids out of there and keep them calm and get as many out as quickly as possible?
These guys, when they got to the door, were first in the door, and the surrounding PDs and the troopers, their training kicked in. This is something that you train for, you plan for, you work towards, you hope to never have to use, and their training kicked in. They saved a lot of lives. They did a great job.
Extremely proud of
What
it.
can you tell us now about the shooter?
I'm sorry.
What can you tell us about the shooter?
I'd rather do that in the morning. And once we have positive identification, even of the shooter, we want to have all that information, and hopefully we can tie up some loose ends for you first thing in the morning. But I'd like to leave it where we are right now, and we'll fill in the voids tomorrow as much as we possibly can.
Is your timeline for the other crime scene the same?
I'm sorry, young lady. No, the Connecticut Medical Examiner is managing the cases, and he did request some assistance and equipment that's been brought in for him. But they're there working now.
So how did you first hear about this shooting? What did they say? Or what was the first word you heard?
In a nutshell, it was 911 calls that came into Newtown State Police, and the response was instantaneous. Okay.
From within the school.
From
One call?
school sources.
Multiple calls?
Yeah, I'm not sure, and yes, I believe so, but I don't know how many of hers. That was the next question.
Releasing the 911 call?
Authorities in New Jersey, and what are they saying about the father and the son?
We've been in contact with any authorities, our investigators, with any authorities that can assist them in furthering their portion of the investigation. I do know that New Jersey's been mentioned. There's been 2 or 3 different locations that have been mentioned, but not to read anything into that. If there's something significant about reaching over a state line or about doing something, that may be related to this case, we're not going to hide it from you. We'll make it available to you. We'll certainly provide you with that information, but don't read something into it just because you hear that we've gone to authorities in another state. That doesn't mean anything really.
Lieutenant, with the number of resources you have here for this, how are you delegating this scene in regards also to the rest of the state that has to be covered?
It's working fine. We've got people on extended shifts. Some people are going to work extra hours, and suffice it to say, everybody's all hands on deck. We'll get this done, and we'll do whatever it takes to accomplish this in a timely fashion.